And yeah, hopefully everyone is doing a-okay. And hello, Potter. Hopefully everyone is doing a-okay, and hopefully you guys saw the announcement. Um, I have to send it, or else I'm not going to commit to it. So I sent it. Oh, and today I will be drinking tea. Um, so apologies. It is going to be a bit more of a chill stream. Yeah. So, where we were at. We were at trying to figure out a mechanism for our calorimeter, or our thing that was tracking our calories, and what we came to the conclusion of what type of tea. We are having, apologies, we are having some delicious chamomile tea because my throat is just a tad bit sore for some reason, which is pogant, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm having some tea, and hopefully we are going to push through that. So yeah. But hi, hello, how is everyone doing? I'm doing pretty okay. I've been very busy. I've been very, 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 very busy. Perhaps. Hold on. Apologies. Kababa? Awawa? Okay. I'm working right now, Sag. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, hello, Carla. Welcome in. With work or life? Yes. I have been busy with everything. I'm busy with both work and life right now. But that's okay. It's better to be busy than not busy. All right. So I was doing some thinking. So there was a slight secret, but I decided to do the announcement right before stream for a reason, and that was because this project is actually going to be finished in VR. So we're actually going to do the final bit of integration and testing in VR. So I am going to go with a relatively simple system to finish this guy off, and then I want to also hopefully get another project within striking distance of finishing on Friday as well. So keep in mind, 3D, well, exactly. Yes, so for those of you who didn't see the announcement, there will be a model debut on Friday. Surprise! Yeah. Surprise. Well, yeah, let's go indeed. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I did the final bit of integration and testing today, actually. So it should be fairly good to go. I have a rough idea on what we'll be doing and how we'll be doing it. So yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I am definitely looking forward to it. But guys, can I level with y'all? Can I level? Can we level with each other? Okay, okay. Okay, okay. I am worried about the other thing that I am announcing on that day. It is a good thing. It is most certainly a good thing. It is not a bad thing in the slightest. But I am super worried about it. And if anything, the model is the less exciting part, and the other announcement will be the more exciting part. So, but it's okay. We have to kick baby bird out of the nest. We have to kick baby bird out of the nest, you know? Apologies, I'm just going to get this guy hooked up. Oh, also, I need to make the system as resilient as possible because I won't be able to debug it whenever we are in 3D. Good thing you're a dolphin. Yeah, I guess so. Good thing I'm a dolphin. Also, I think it was said on the stream. I'm sure we will all be there and have fun with no matter the changes. Yeah, hopefully. I'm just hoping we don't get like a massive amount of scuff. Because the way that I'm going to do everything is slightly complicated. So there's a large chance of scuffery. But yeah. So besides that, scuff in my VTuber stream, how scandalous. Well, usually I'm not scuff. Couldn't even finish that I couldn't even finish the sentence. I could not even finish the sentence. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm very curious how you'll be doing this in VR, but I'm sure you'll be doing something awesome. Yeah. You'll see. It's going to be difficult to ride a bike in VR, but not impossible. But yes. Okay. Touch sensor's working. I need to verify the other touch sensor's working. I'm gonna verify that 3 are working before we move forward because we only need 2. One to go up, one to go down, but I would be more comfy if we had 2. Oh, thank you for the hydration, Random Logic. I will hydrate with some water. Gotta make sure the cables don't get caught on anything. Yes, so we are gonna have to do some resiliency here. Not super worried about that, though. I think we can handle it. We're pretty good. We're pretty good engineers, right, guys? We've never made an engineering mistake in our life, right, guys? Right, guys? Okay. Let's see. So what else is going on? What else is going on? I've never made an engineering mistake to my knowledge. That's nice. I'm not an engineer, so I've never made an engineering mistake. Mistakes on this channel now. Exactly. Dude, we are the bestest engineer on twitch.tuvalu. The bestest. Ride a bike in VR is simultaneously the most American and Dutch thing I've ever heard. Yeah? I suppose so. I'm hoping we can keep the system without any extensions, because if we have to add, multiple different extensions, and things are going to get very difficult very quickly. Glances at Tacoma Narrows. That's okay. I would never be responsible for the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Oh, thank you so much, Zaimi VT, for following. I hope you have a good time for however long you're here. Wait, are you also a VTuber? Mr. Zaimi? Zamini Mo? Meeny Miny Mo? This music's interesting. Where's my orange hippo emote? There's no orange hippo emote. Yes. Oh, okay. What type of stuff do you do, Zaimi? If you don't mind me asking. And I'm just going to get this guy hooked up while we're talking. It's coming tomorrow, brand new emote. No, it's not coming tomorrow. Don't promise things that aren't coming. I can't promise the world. I can try, but I can't. Another engineer to add to Ori's collection. Wait, are they an engineer? Wait, Boulder, are they an engineer? Are they an engineer? Are you an engineer, Zaimi? Oh, Pog? We love engineers in this household. Yeah, come on, random. It's not tomorrow, it's Friday. That's what the announcement is. Not much recently, but science tech nerdy VTuber videos. Okay, cool. I just had a great idea where I can get an orange hippo assist for VR to beat it up when she... No. No, 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 no. And yep, I am. Nice. I can't wait for the brand new... There's no brand new emote, guys. There is an emote on order, by the way. It's been on order for a little bit. I'm hoping we'll get that sooner or later. One thing I need to check real quick is the clock line and the data line on this guy. Whoop. So, if you take a look... Whoop, whoop, whoop. You'll see that the clock line is the 3rd pin and the data line is the 4th pin. So, what we need... You collect engineer VTubers? I collect engineers. We collect engineers in this community. Okay. Okay. Welcome. So, this... I feel like I am proud to say... this community is one of the most talented communities in Twitch. Like, on Twitch. Like, I don't even think it's an exaggeration to say that we are. Hello, Otaku. Why are you sniffing? Hello, Red Epicness. You've been added to the engineer Pokédex, true. Like, when it comes to, like, specialties, we have everything represented here. Like, we can make anything except for social contact. But that's okay. Sniffing the talent. But yeah, I am super excited for the model debut. I am very worried that something's going to go wrong, but we'll see. Surely nothing will go wrong. Nothing's ever gone wrong in the history of ever. Nothing has ever gone wrong. Social contact is scary. It definitely is. Okay. The clock line goes on the 3rd pin, so this is the orange, the clock line. So, 3rd pin. Okay. Also, guys, I need some life advice. There's never been any scuff on any Dare Ever debut OM. What? On any debut ever? Yeah, there's never been scuff on debuts. Okay, Topocata, what is that supposed to mean? Thank you for gifting a sub to No Fishes. What is that supposed to mean, dude? What is that supposed to mean? Yes, you should go on a date, Ori? What? What do you mean a date? What, life stuff? Oh, no, 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 no. Guys, that's hilarious. I'm trying to think of the last date I went on, and it's been literal years. Like, literal years. So, don't worry, I won't be going on a date anytime soon. When was my last? That's okay, that's okay. Sounds cool. About the engineering stuff, I made a slime VR-based mocap suit last week with the central power source. Nice! Very nice. Slime VR is definitely cool. I think Brink is also working on some slime VR stuff. Also, let me just take a nice drink or cup of tea. Okay. So, the advice that I was seeking. Don't leave us for beautiful women, will you please? Wow. Don't worry, I won't leave you for women or men. Our VTuber is dateless. She even used a metal fork recently. I was gonna say something, but that's not technically true, nor is that true, and that is misconstruing, so never mind. Hey Soup, welcome in. Long time no see. Hopefully you've been okay. Okay. Okay, the question is, how does one self-promote, guys? How does one self-promote and self-advocate for oneself? Because I want to. I just don't know how. The day Ori buys metal forks, we panic. Yeah, that's when you know you have to drop the market. Yeah, Otako, I feel like you do a fairly good job. Twitch or IRL? Twitch. I can only help with one of those. You could... Oh, I'm out. That's okay. Also, the tea is very good because I got honey, so that's good. Be active in other communities. I think that leads to a lot of natural discoverability. Okay. Thanks, I just tech post. Also giving more than 2 days notice. Okay, to be fair, guys, I did socialize with another streamer. In person, mind you. So there, I socialized successfully. I did. Ori, please give us time to prepare. Oh, I'm sorry. Which streamer? Did you post the debut info on Twitch or YouTube? It wasn't... To be fair, you got a solid stream schedule, which is usually good. Yeah, I may have gotten to get coffee and bagels with a certain Ellie Minibot, which was Pog. Okay. Touch sensors are in place. Okay. Touch sensors, and then we're also going to need line communications out for these. So 1 second, let me get some line communications. Did you have the chance to play chess? Was she the chess hustler / JK? No. She was not the chess hustler. I did get to play a chess hustler in New York, and I did beat a chess hustler in New York. By the way, I did beat a chess hustler in New York, which I feel like if there's an Xbox Live achievement or an Xbox achievement or a PlayStation trophy or whatever for like in life achievements, I feel like beating a chess hustler in New York is one of them. You should put the picture on your fridge. I don't think I should put the picture on my fridge. Also, no, I'm not even close to that. That's definitely something to put on your resume. Exactly. See, I'm glad you're realizing this. And the GPIOs that we're going to connect to, let's take a quick look, are D5 and D6. So right here and right here, we are going to connect those up to our touch sensors so we are able to pull them. So give me a moment. And again, sorry if we're going at a bit of a slow pace today, but, no others. We're just talking. We're just vibing. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing, Size Boss. It's not necessary, and I super duper appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I never know what to say. Vibing is nice. Yeah, vibing is nice. Vibing is definitely nice. Okay. Can't wait for partner Ori. I don't think that changes anything, does it? I don't think it has any actual effects, but I could be wrong. Also, for a second, I thought you said biting is nice. I mean, I do like biting, but no. Partner Ori is just a better paid Ori. Nope. Anyways, yeah, but no worries. I intended to sub for some time, but just forgot it. Okay, well, thank you. Then what is the point? Then I can go to TwitchCon. Hey, Stuffy Steams, welcome in. Hopefully you're doing A-okay today. That's the other perks. Okay, let's get this guy connected. Collaborating with friends also helps discoverability. I found you through Sidereal, for example. I'm here for a bit, but I'm driving. Oh, I see. do anything dangerous. I assume someone else is actually driving the car, train, or whatever you are on. Okay. So again, after we get this done, I'd like to get our second system up and running as well. Does this guy have to be internet controlled? Ideally, yes. Same? Oh, Pog. Ori, what would you like your gamer subs code to be? I don't think I'll get one, to be perfectly honest. No idea. Do you know what yours is going to be, Otako? If you are... Wait, do you already have one? You might already have one. I think you might already have one. We're looking, we're looking, we're looking. We're looking, we're looking. I don't know. I don't have a good answer. Wah. What about flavor? Code Nodders. Oh yeah, I do love Nodders. Code Monka. I'm pretty sure Monka's already a thing. Anyways, wiring for our setup should be fine. Let's go ahead and see if everything is tracking. I was at a light and used it to text. I see. That is definitely Monka. I'd want code mpreg? Is that... What? I found you when I was bored and scrolled through a few Twitch categories, but my memory is kind of bad, so not 100% sure. I see. Also, hello, Re-Evolutions. There's nothing wrong with a pregnant Sonic? I'm confused. Is it okay to be confused? I assume it's gonna be okay to be confused. Okay, so since they're still working, let's go ahead and get the internet portion of this guy working. So, what we are essentially going to have to be keeping track of... Yes, on that one, ignorance is bliss. Have you heard the Pregnant Sonic song? No? I can't say I have. 1 second, let me just take another sip of tea. Again, sorry, I am a little very congested. Okie dokie. I'll send it to you. Okay. You aren't missing out. You're better off not hearing that song. That's okay. But yes, it was actually because, guys, it was actually because of Ellie that I had a really good bagel. I wouldn't have gotten the bagel... I wouldn't have gotten a delicious bagel if not for her guidance as a local. It was very much appreciated. Okay, we're looking good, and we are looking good. Alright, code. Was it a pizza bagel? No. Better than Brink's guidance as a local for pizza, perhaps? Oh, that was probably us roasting the gluing of the stepper motor to the dial, how far we have come. Dude, have we really... Actually, from a technical standpoint, I feel like we have gotten a bit farther. In our skill. So, like, you know, it's something. I wouldn't say we're completely useless. Also, 1 second, I'm going to port over the Ethernet code real quick, so give me a second. You guys won't be able to see it because it is going to be blind to you for just a minute. So give me a minute while we just talk. Alright. I need the networking code. Okay. Sorry again for the sniffing. Dude, I wish I was a good yapper. I wish I was a good yapper, you know? But then again, you know, I feel like you can kind of grow into yapping, right? One day you get to grow into yapping. Otako-chan just... Oh, thank you so much, Dragon, for gifting gifting Otako-chan a subscription to the channel. That is very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. It's a skill, and I think you're pretty good at it. You are a good yapper. Avo! Avo. Hello, Avo. Oh my gosh, Avo and Otako. Dude, what did I do to deserve... What did I do to deserve y'all being here today? Yippee. Now I'm happy. I am very easily happy. Otaka was telling me about Mpreg. But, yes, again, so for those of you who may or may have not seen the Discord message or have read it, because that is also difficult, because I can't read. Okay. So we are doing a model debut on Friday, along with a big announcement. So be there, be square. Or be square and be there. Probably the second one. But, you know, please be there. I think it's a 2-for-1 squared. Yes, it is a 2-for-1 special. Suggestion, pin, the debut. Oh, yes. Ty, could you make a... Hold on. Debut. Debut. I don't even know how to do debut. Could you make a debut? The thingy? Any chance we get any impromptu or a collapse Ellie minibot style? I don't think, Ellie is super busy. I don't know about that, Chief. It's a little out of the cards. It's a little out of the cards, for a lack of a better word. Networking code. We have our networking code. We need our acceleration code. See, you have a full-time job. Yes, full-time jobs are rough, dude. One day I won't have... Well, actually... No, I'm probably always going to have a job. I don't know about you guys, but I'm the type of person who probably wouldn't be able to not have one. Okay. Imagine having a job. Yes! Okay. Okay. Alright, we just need to compile this. So you would work even if you could retire? Yes, that's the general idea. I would just work less, but I would definitely still work. 1 second. Code is struggling. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Automatic Shark, for following. It is appreciated. I hope you have a good time for however long you are here. No, I mean more like impromptu collabs, like how Ellie does them, not a collab with Ellie. I'm not... Oh, okay. Sorry. Does that shark come in manual? I don't know if the shark comes in manual, dude. Hello? Oh, no! Oh, Taco, you can't do that. Oh, Taco, you can't do that. Thank you so much. You can't do that. You can't do that, though. You can't just do that. You can't just do that. Thank you so much, though. Thank you. Thank you. She just did. She just did. I will remember this. Thank you so much, Otako. Usually whenever someone... This is an advanced celebration for the debut. Okay, now I'm discombobulated. That's okay. That is a-okay. No, you won't forget. You won't forget right now. You won't forget right now. What? Forced to say a positive affirmation. I know the work that I'm putting in right now is going to pay off. How does one combobulate? I think you combobulate by being put together. Apologies, I am just getting the code. I meant no, you won't forget right now. That's okay, I could bonk myself on the head if that's preferred. I'd prefer not, and thank you for throwing a penny at my face, Boulder, it's appreciated. Okay. Okay, we are Gouda, we are Gouda. Okay. Okay, that's okay, that's okay. Right, so we have our first pass of the code. You guys can see my comments, so I don't accidentally expose my Wi-Fi or other information, my network information. As you can see, the comment says, "Do not scroll above here, dingbat." Hello, Alex. Welcome in. Okay. So what we need here is we need to say what this bot is. So this is a calorimeter guy. Right. Then we are going to go ahead and reprogram it and see if we can get it working. So we are also going to have to get everything else up and viable, which is going to take us a little time, but it shouldn't take us too long, I hope. Obligatory reminder that header files could solve the issue. Ori, how many times have you leaked your Wi-Fi password now? Hold on. Let me get you a number. 560 times. Doesn't Arduino IDE support configure environmental firewall for secrets? It does. It most certainly does. It most certainly does. Hi. Hello, El Chiaro. Welcome in. Hopefully you're doing well. Triple digits. Dude, listen, I'm triple digits when it comes to doxing. The best in the biz, as the kids say. Do the kids actually say that? No, it actually has been a few months since I've leaked it. If you had a charity to be found, what would it be for? Oh, I'd probably just donate to a charity that's already doing good work. Oh, thank you so much for following, Razor Sun. I hope you have a good time for however long you're here. Thank you for the headpats. Okay. Okay. Oh, also, oh, okay. We're good. Right, so the code is working. We are connected to Twitch chat. So what we actually need from this is not a serial output, but we will be needing this data. But what I would like to do first is, if someone, I can probably just send it myself. Test message work can proceed. Okay. I think I remember vaguely either August or September, so I think you're doing pretty good. Oh, okay. Yep, that's right. My IP address is 192.168.1.101. I hope you mean self-doxing and not that you've doxed 10 plus people. I've doxed actually 50... How many people have I doxed? I haven't actually doxed anyone as far as I'm aware. Guys, that's not technically true. That's not technically true. That's not technically true. I have doxed one person in my life. Like, not like Ty jokingly doxed. But not Ty. Actually doxed someone. Okay. Who was it? It was a teacher It was a teacher in high school that made me angry. So I got their entire, like, I was, I may have gotten some information on them, and I may have shared some information. Not like actual addresses or anything, but like, where they went to college, their stats, nicknames, that type of stuff, court records, the usual. Um, I'm so sorry. Okay, listen, that was me. That was me in high school. Okay, that was a different person. That was a different person. That was a different person. Court records, Monka. Yeah, court records and teacher. That's the Monka part. I've learned not to make an enemy of you. Oh no. What's the worst thing? Yeah, I think I've said this repeatedly that I'm evil. I'm canonically evil. Like, all dolphins are evil. Oh, thank you for the hydration. I will hydrate. Okay. The tea is helping. Okay. So, Calorimeter. We don't need the serial connection. And then what we need to do is we need to set some GPIOs for inputs and outputs. Okay. So if you take a quick look at this image over here, you'll see our ESP8266, and what we are taking a look at here, the more important thing, is the GPIO pin 14, which is on the right middle, and GPIO 12. So we need to set both of those guys as input. So if we can set both those guys as input, I would like to see what we can do with that. So give me a sec. Okay, Ori. You'll have to check Discord at some point. I don't want to spend much time if you don't like the style. I'll check. 1 second. What am I checking? Also, Otako, I'm not going to watch it right now, but I saw your message. I saw your message, and I do not want to watch that. 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 Holy. No. No. Okay. Okay. It's just a little MPreg. Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, I need some eye bleach. 14 and 12. 14 and 12. Okay. So I need to set those guys as inputs. Give me just a minute. Promise? Wait, what are we promising right now? We're not doing anything bad, right? Pin mode 14 output. Pin mode 12 output. And then we also need to name these boils. Okay. Int minus tension. Minus tension. See, wait until you guys realize that I am the most evil person to ever evil. Wait until you guys finally realize that. It's going to be a great day whenever you guys finally realize that. You guys are gonna realize I'm the most unsay-so VTuber on Twitch.tv. I mean, you are convincing us to watch VTubers on Friday night. How do you get as cool as Ori? Crime and punishment. Alright. I just wanted enumeration. Or not enumerations. I should have made these enums, but that's okay. Minus or plus. And then... I just want to... If digital read... DNC. Dude, I love DNC. Y'all aren't prepared for how evil and unsay so where he actually is. Guys, you guys aren't actually prepared. Like, you guys think that you're prepared. Oh, Dancy. I do love Dancies. I do love Dancies. Okay, hold on. I'm just having to stare at the Dancies for a second. They're so cute. Okay. But yeah, you guys are not prepared for the levels of, like, life that's about to come your way. I think you're evil, Ori. I know the truth. How do you know the truth? Please name the sketch. Oh no, I won't be naming the sketch. That's too much effort. We don't name the sketch in this economy. But no, I totally will. Give me a bit. Ori, I have watched Crelly. There's no way you're topping that level of unsay so. Yeah, if you think Crowley is a degenerate. Ah, no bonking, no bonking, no bonking, no bonking, no bonking. I'm sorry. You think Crowley's on my power level? Yeah, right. Actually, I wonder. Are we about to get a confession? I don't even know what Crowley is actually up to. Like, I assume that Crelly is more degenerate than Crelly says she's degenerate. Because I feel like that's the internet in general. So I don't know her true power level. But let's just say I'm very good at hiding my power level. Totally. Neither does Crelly, so it's okay. 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 You did not just call Crelly weak, OM. If you guys only knew, if I could only tell you some stories, about how evil, and I am a dolphin. Or 5 minutes ago you didn't know what Mpreg was. Okay, that doesn't mean I'm not evil. You can, we won't judge. No. Okay. Come on. I need to do, if digital read... What's the point of using enumerations if you're not using them? Can I hear stories? Does this work? Yep. Okay, so digital read equals 1. Send Twitch message plus active. So right now, I am just trying to set up our code for our plus and our minus for our resistance on our bicycle. Evil and unsay so are not the same thing. If only you knew. If only you knew. You see, maybe... if only you knew my true self. If only you knew how evil I actually was. One of these days, where he's just gonna disappear, and in her place is going to be a red dolphin. There's not going to be a blue dolphin anymore. It's gonna be a red dolphin, because that's how you know someone's evil, if they have red. Also, that's incorrect. Hold on. Yellow cake? Ori, I expect proof in VCR didn't happen. Does that mean Rumimi is evil? I wholeheartedly believe you are evil, but not as degenerate. Depends on the culture. In some, that just means a stronger / better version. What? One day you guys will see. You'll see. You'll see. Still waiting for that day. For the blue-red dichotomy. Yeah. One of these days, bam, boom, straight to the moon. Okay, so if I touch either sensor, so if I touch this guy... Hello? 1 day? That is so far away. Okay, 2 days. How about 2 days? I can't give you 1 day, but what about 2 days? You can't be that evil. You were able to take a plane to New York, so you're not on a fly list yet. You don't know that. Neither of the touch sensors are working. Okay, hold on. Let's see what the issue is. Make sure those are set as inputs, not outputs. They are supposed to be inputs. Oh, F11. Input and input. She had to take a bus and everyone left her alone, so that's how you know she's evil. What? What? Nah. Have you never been on a Greyhound bus before? No, I haven't. In before Ori makes her 3D model red so she can show us how evil she is on Friday 2 days. No, I don't have time. Dude, I don't have time for that. You think I have time for that? In this economy? Also, friendly reminder that Ori threw her dead batteries in the landfill. I would never, except for the times that I did. Anyways. Plus is active. Minus is active. Alright, cool. Okay, cool. So touch sensors are working and they're connected with Twitch. They don't necessarily have to be connected with Twitch, but it's just easier to show it there than debugging live. So what we are going to be... Looks red to me. Exactly. Do they still run? What? Okay. Oh, also, thank you, Jalopy Jones, or Jalopy Jones, for your stream streak nodders. To charge the electric eels? Exactly. Okay. So, we need to kind of speed up, because I feel like we're going slow. No, we're fine, we're fine. Well, actually, we still have to do an entire other project. Have you heard of Arduino Q? No, not off the top of my head. Hold on, let me rename this guy. Q. To byte code. Apologies, I'm... Okay. It is no longer just a default file. Okay, so what we are going to need here is we are not actually going to be tracking all of this data constantly. That's not something we can do, or something we should do. What we actually have to do, or what we need to be doing is, we don't need the temperature, so we won't be getting the temperature. Or printing the temperature, rather. We won't be doing serial prints on anything here. I just looked up the actual name of that color is tomato red. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So... what we need is the... Do we just take, like, the square root summation of those variables? Hold on. Okay, so int... Actually, float 1, float x, xl equals 0, float y xl equals 0, float z xl equals 0, float total xl equals 0. Okay. You caught me, I'm evil, that's how I know Ori is evil. Mm-hmm. Floating all the stuff. Oh, so we're using floats here because we need the decimal points. That's why we're using floats here instead of integers. Not AI, it's a new board with Qualcomm chip that can run Linux. Oh, interesting. I have a cat on my leg. I wish I had a cat on my leg right now, but all I have is clinical happiness. Okie dokie. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to look every 500 milliseconds. So we will determine acceleration. We will determine the acceleration using 200 millisecond. Actually, should we use 200 milliseconds worth of samples? Or 200? I'm debating the periodicity at which we want our steering. I guess 500 should be fine. Yeah, so once every 2 seconds. Okay. Okay, so we will be determining the acceleration using 500 milliseconds and averaging over 10 samples. Running average, because I am bad with math. Heart. Okay, awesome. So what we are essentially doing here is we are going to backwards derive how fast our wheels are spinning by our acceleration values. So we are going to take the square of our x, y, z, and then feed that in as a total XL to get our value, and then somehow backwards derive a spinny number from it. So, you know, easy enough. Let's go ahead and get on it, though. Okay, so we have a, x, and y. We are just going to go ahead and cancel those out. Well, actually, I can just comp these out. So, float running average equals 0. Okay, so we have our running average, we have our total x, y, and z, and we need our resistance level equals 0, because that's eventually going to have to go up and down. Okay. Alrighty. So, given all of that, we are pulling this every 500 milliseconds, so delay 500. Technically, this will be more than 500 milliseconds, but it'll be close enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. We aren't shooting for absolute perfection here. Okay, so a dot. What we need to do is we need to save off these values in the variables. So give me just a sec, and we can save those guys off. Okay. Okie dokie. So xxl equals a dot acceleration dot x, and then times a dot acceleration dot x, and that number will always be positive. Yeah, that number should always be positive. If it's not, we have bigger issues. And we're going to do the same thing for yxl and zxl. Except it's going to be taking our other values. So a dot cell dot y times a dot cell y It's a summation and square root of it, right? I think it's a summation and square root to get the actual value. And then we are also going to be... Okay, yeah, total Excel is its own thing, and then running average is the actual value of what we're seeing. Okay. Okay, straightforward, straightforward. So again, right now, if you are just joining in, what we are trying to do is we are going to backwards derive how much, or how fast we are moving by taking our x, y, and z acceleration every 500 milliseconds. We are going to square those, put them together, then square root them to get the actual speed at which we are going. Due to the fact that we are fighting gravity just a little, things may be different. And also, thank you so much for the hydration check, Shinsha. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Thank you so much, Shinsa. How's it going? Hopefully everything is going dandelions, and I will hydrate. Okay, let's go ahead and get this guy. What have you been up to today? Okay. And then what we are going to do is we are doing total Excel, which is going to be square root of x Excel plus y Excel plus z Excel. Several hours in, still procrastinating. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, welcome in, though. Feel free to procrastinate here or don't. And then running average equals running average. Okay, so I have to figure out a way to keep running average relevant. So after the first 10 samples, we aren't going to worry about the first 10 samples. It's just going to fill it up. Running average. So we have total Excel. So it's definitely total Excel plus running average times 9 divided by 10. Okay, so the way that this guy is going to work is that we have, this is going to be 10% based on what we're currently experiencing on our total acceleration, and then 9 parts of 10 are going to be what the running average is currently experiencing, and then it's going to come up to speed this way. So that is how it's going to work. And also, hey, it's my favorite software developer VTuber. Aren't you the favorite software developer VTuber, Jane? Isn't that actually you? Actually? Actually? Okay. Let's go ahead and figure this guy out. So we have XXL, YXL, ZXL, running average, total average, and this. My own favorite, that would be crazy ego. That would be totally crazy ego. Also, that's a very interesting emo combination. Or emote combination, Brink. The pray emote. Like look at how that does. The software devs are over here like, no, you hang up. Listen, I'm a software dev professionally. That's how you can tell, because I'm using magic numbers. Anyways, so this is going to get our running average, which is just going to be our acceleration. Gosh, I sure hope this works. I just realized this may not work due to reasons, but oh, thank you, Sizboss. Sizboss? Okay. And send Twitch message. Running average. Up. Send Twitch message. Running average. Okay, so this should work.
So essentially, we are going to get a running average. We don't need the actual values to be perfect right now. All I'm interested in seeing is that, hey, it's going to be approximately 9.81 meters per second squared whenever we are not using it, or whenever we are not calling through it. And that should go ahead and trigger every time that we loop through the function. While this is high, that is. But anyways, code should work. It's fairly straightforward code, I think. Unless I, like, missed a bracket or something, which is also possible. Mm-hmm. Or I forget to do string x to doubt. Yeah, I'm x to doubting myself right now, dude. Is it stir or string? I always forget if it's stir or string. But that's okay. Dead beef is totally a normal number. It definitely is. You don't... I believe in you, Ori. I don't. I believe in me brute forcing my way into the answer, though. That I do believe. Listen. Listen, I'm good at brute forcing. I'm good at the I'm good at the O3 solution. I'm good at the O3 and O2 solution. I would burn every channel point to my name betting on your to exceed eventually. Okay. Okay. Cool. So if our acceleration data is working right after 5 seconds, this guy should go ahead and average out to be awfully close to what we want, which is 9.81 meters per second. And then if we spin this guy up, I'm hoping we should be able to see some... Okay, O to the third. Sorry, O to the third. I run an exponential time, okay? Listen, I just put wall loops and wall loops. How many points are we talking about? Alex, how many points are you sitting on? How close are we to the Great Reset, Alex? How close are we to the Great Reset event? The Great Resetting event of our timeline? 235k. We're 15k points off. Okay, that's actually kind of monka. Does anyone have more than 100k besides Alex? 2 months away? Me. Wait, 15k is not 2 months of watching, is it? Oh, I accidentally pressed the button. Okay, so this guy should reach a steady state after a few minutes. Or a few seconds. So it should be close to 9.81 now. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Should reach steady state pretty quickly. In theory, if I were to, like, room this guy around like this, and then take a poll of it, you'll see that the values are significantly higher, which is what they should be. And then it should drop back down. So that's how we're going to keep track of the number of revolutions that we have. So it's going to take a running average, essentially. That's just because it's the easiest way to keep track of it in software. Depends on how many hours you stream and what tier sub-watcher is. Oh, okay. That's true. And if people press the bonus button, it's now a shake weight sensor. Everything's a shake weight sensor if you try hard enough. But yes, so that is how that's going to work. What we need to do now is we need to figure out a modification score on essentially how fast we're spinning. And then backwards derive the calories. So first, if we're at 9.8 meters per second, so we should be at 9.8, or pretty close, because this is a running average. All of your viewers have 7 TV, probably it auto-clicks for them, as far as I know. What? It auto-clicks for you if you use a Twitch add-on? What? I did not know that. Twitch states you should expect 220 channel points per hour, then it's multiplied by the sub multiplier. Oh! And the data holds up in my experience. Oh, okay. Red Epicness, you're also a software person, right? If I recall. I see you around Jane's stream. Okay, so we are awfully close to the 9.81 meters per second squared, which is good. What we need to do is we need to get everything together. So, essentially, I'm going to like spin this guy at a rate of approximately 1 rotation a minute, or 1 rotation a second, and then press the button to see what our numbers are at. So this is 60 RPM, or approximately 60 RPM. And you could be saying and screaming at your monitor, Ori, why aren't you using a motor? And to you, I would say that's completely valid. You are so valid. I do not have a good answer for you. It's like you're casting a magical spell. Okay, and then we check. Okay, so you'll see that it's 11.2. So it's not significantly different. Dude, I love that emote. I love that emote, Jane. I love that emote. Sorry. So it is looking good on that. So approximately for 1 RPM, so if we're going at 1 RPM, our value should be approximately 11.2. We are going to double check that. Oh, thank you. We're gonna like try speeding it up slightly just to see if anything happens. So right now I'm kind of just like stirring the pot. This is going to be our feet eventually. So this is going to be attached to our foot or our ankle, and it's just going to be spinning around super fast, right? Like super, super, super fast. And then output, and you'll see whatever it is, like 17.38. Okay, so that keeps track of how fast you're going. What we need to also keep track of is your total value. Okay. Okay. Alright, so what we are going to do is at approximately... Or wait, no, I need to get a bit more data first. I should do more than a single trial and just say, oh, it increases by approximately 1.2. We are going to do a few trials to figure out what value we need our MPU at if we're going at 1 RPM to backwards approximate, so 1 Mississippi. Okay. Also, there is like a slight issue here, which is depending on where it catches us in the motion, we may not be at the fastest or slowest point of wherever we're at, and that also may affect the answer. So let's go ahead and check. No, it's still 11.2. Okay. We'll do one more set of measurements in just a minute. But what we need to essentially remember here is that a difference of whatever 9.81 minus 11.22 is equivalent to 60 RPM. Okay, so 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Okay, this is close enough. I'm not super worried about that. I was going slightly fast. Okay, so we're going to say 11.2. You know. Okay. Hello, K0038. Or as the kids say, K0038. Or as the kids say... What is that? 48 plus 8? 56? Yeah, that tracks. Okay. Okay, so what we saw is 9.81 ms is equal to 0 RPM. 60. Thank you for the 6-7 bits. Thank you so much for the 6-7 bits, Jane. You are the wind beneath my wings. You are the wind beneath my wings, the wings beneath my wind. Say funny brain rot phrase. Okay, 60 RPM is 12 point or 11.2. So difference per RPM. Okay, so we're just like backwards driving. We're doing very poor math here. Do not do what we're currently doing for math. This is a bad way of approaching it. But it's 11.2 minus 9.81 equals whatever this value is, which is 0.39. Also, I just realized that you guys, like, what if I'm actually doing this wrong? That's okay. That's okay. Bad math influence on kids in chat. Yeah, I'm a bad math influence. Okay, but 11.2 minus 9.81 equals approximately 0.39. Then we do 60 divided by 0.39. So 11.2 minus 9.81 what? Hold on, missed a 1 there, sorry. 11.2 minus 9.81. Apologies. And then what we need is 60 divided by 60 divided by 1.39. Actually, no, it's 1.39 divided by 60. 1.39 divided by 60. Okay, so a change of 0.025, technically 0.023, but we go with round number. Okay. Okay, so with a change of 0.025 in our total RPM, we are able to approximate how fast we are going. So if we see that our RPM is so-and-so above it, we know that we're looking good, else we aren't. So next, what we need to do is we need to make an RPM calculator. So int RPM calculator equals 0. Okay. Alright, so the RPM calculator is equal to Maple QB. Oh, hey, Maple. How are you doing? I know that the work that we put in is worth something. I know that I'm a pretty okay engineer. I know that I am a human who has value. Human hybrid dolphin. But I have value. Okay, those are the positive affirmations for now. Okay. Okay, so RPM calculator. So what we are looking for is running average minus, just in case, we'll do an abs. Abs, absolute minus, running average minus 9.81 divided by what number? We need it divided by 0.025 equals RPM. And this should equal our RPM somehow. This should backwards derive it. It's going to be Friday, K0038, or K0056, if that's what you go by. Wait. Yeah, 56. Okay. So RPM calculation, and then what we are going to do is send Twitch message. What RPM? Okay. So send Twitch message. Um, okay. What RPM? Send Twitch message. Shh. We are going to string that and RPM calculator. Okay, this should work. I like how I just say, oh yeah, this should work, as if this will actually work. But it's okay, guys. Like, when it comes down to it, we are in fact the best human hybrid dolphin engineer on the face of this planet. Remember that. Remember that all the way, okay? Okay, and now we just need to upload the code, and then we should be good to go. Dude, we still have to do the secondary project, too. And we still have to... Aren't you the only... Never mind. I might be the only one. Oh, hey, Kieran. Wait, hey, Kieran. How's it going, dude? You're the hardworking coder one. How's it going, Kieran? Working harder at playing games than working harder than working. It's pretty good. How's it going, buddy? Okay, so should reset and then we should get something out. It's going super. How are you? I'm doing okay. I'm feeling a little ill, but that's okay. I am on the mend. We are currently trying to work on a calorimeter. Hard working. Okay. Guys, I'm being so productive, getting so much done this stream. It's crazy. Cope. So this should approximate... Okay, so if someone types in caps, what RPM, it should tell you approximately 60. It should be a near 60. Could someone please do what RPM in all caps? Heh. Okay, and then let's speed it up. So let's say we speed it up. So if we speed it up, if we speed this guy up, you see that the RPM will increase, and then if we start, like, speed it down, like, you'll see that it slowly will taper off because it's taking a running average. And then if we just leave it, so let's just leave it for a second, like 5 seconds, probably like 10 seconds, realistically, the RPM should decrease because the wheel should stop spinning as fast. It's eventually going to approach 0, right? But not technically 0. This is the downside of running averages, but that's okay. That's just something that is more or less a quirk of our code. And that's okay. Okay. So if we do want RPM now, it should be under 10. As long as it's under 10, I'm okay with it. 11.63. I could dump it, or dump the values. 3D model? Yes. Yes, there's going to be a debut on Friday. There's a model debut on Friday. Did you build the UI yet? What's a UI? What's a UI, dude? Is running average the same as rolling average because I only hear rolling average? Yes. Shouldn't you be averaging the last X readings versus averaging all the readings? You must be a moderator to do this. What? That shouldn't have happened. Okay. Okay, let's reset it and see what happens when it's at default. Graphics interface. That's okay. We don't need a GUI. We are the GUI. Easy. Just give me the sword. Would you like the sword? What's a UI? No, I know what a UI is. Okay, user interface. Listen, I have known HTML since I've tried to put, like, the HTML stuff on my Neopets store, okay? Alright. What RPM? Interesting. It's saying that it's baseline at 10. Okay, well, I know what to do. I know what to do here. I have something devious planned.
Ah, yes. And they called me a madman. And they called me a madman. Ori web developer Arquin. Yeah, no. Back in the padded room. No, don't put me back in the padded room. Also, Kieran doesn't know about the padded room. Okay, guys. Okay, listen. Okay. I need you guys on your best behavior. Kieran doesn't know. Kieran doesn't know about the padded room. He doesn't know about the white floor that attacks me. He doesn't know about the white coats and other stuff and the white room and the no stimulation. I want a padded room. She has issues. I have many issues. Things Kieran don't know. Don't tell Kieran. Grippy sock vacation. No, I have never. I have never gone on a grippy sock vacation. I'll have you know. Okay, close enough. Close enough. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and shake this guy up. Nurse notes. Ori seems to have created a new chatter that she doesn't want to know about her insanity. I'm not insane. Could someone please do what RPM? Thank you. This looks about like 80 RPM, right? I think this is about 80 RPM. Is it not? Does this look about like 80 RPM? Like people who know RPMs? VS Code is my padded room. No, okay. So I'm unplugging it so we can talk. Okay. Okay, so Kieran. A word. Unfortunately, or fortunately, they may have put me in a special room, okay? So at my work, they put me in a special room, okay? They put me in a special room. And that room, I'm not kidding you, is a room with soft white floors, a white wall, and they put me in a white coat. Pretty much all by myself. In a room that is like bigger than my living quarters or than my living area. So like it's just this giant white room with no noise, no anything. And they put me in a little white coat and they're just like, "Okay, now make code." And they just like they just leave me there. Did the coat have extra long sleeves? They do. And then they also technically I get to wear really bright shoes, and then sometimes they visit. Sometimes they visit. Sometimes people visit. But yeah, that's my work situation generally. It's okay. I get to see other people like maybe like 5 to 10% of my day, give or take. But yes, that is my situation. Oh yeah, no windows either. No nothing. So a sensory room. Yeah, they basically put me in a sensory deprivation chamber and tell me, hey, Ori, code and make stuff. I'm like, okay. Ori, make stuff. Okay. Anyways, so this is good. What we need to do now is take into account resistance, and then we need to take into account your only senses should be code. Yes. Oh yeah, and also for some reason, Kieran, the floor attacks me. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm rocking back and forth in my chair. I'm not sure if you can tell, but they also like the floor also attacks me for some reason. Okay, like the floor will attack me with like white liquid. It will just like spurt out, and then it will go like a few feet, or like it can go a few inches to a few feet in the air, and it will get on like my boots or my shoes, my tennis shoes, my clothes, and it just like splatters everywhere. I don't know. I think the floor attacks me. Um, I may be working in an insane asylum. I may be working in an insane asylum. Wait, hold on. No one clipped it. Okay, guys, ignore the music change. Let's just. Okay, so. Okay, hold on. Yeah, the floor. No, it has like juice. Okay, like see, it will go like that far up. So like here's the shoe. So like see all the white on it. This is all from the floor, and then it goes like that high up, give or take. Are you sure you code? I'm pretty sure I code. I'm pretty sure I code. I feel like the music doesn't help me. Are you just looking at random characters trying to find fat? It's okay. This music's not a good take. That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, they usually leave me alone. And yeah. Ori is like the show Severance when they tell her to find the scary numbers exactly. I'm coding has a very different meaning to a programmer versus an ears. Yes, exactly. Are you sure there's no two-way mirror? Dude, if there was if there was a two-way mirror, I would like I'm not sure if I could go on working there if people like I do my work, but like if people knew what I did in there like while doing my work, like you know, is there a camera? I don't know, maybe. What's happening? If only people Ori has work lore, which is crazy. Okay, listen, if you guys haven't Naruto run around the room, what's the point? Okay? Listen, if you can't Naruto run at work, what's the point? Pray tell. Anyways, what are you doing in there? I'm doing my best. I do my best. Can you get security? Yes, I've Naruto run at work. Have you guys not? I get in your meantime, but at work, my coworkers are scheming to get my Runic high. Oh, do you two know each other? Runic's the betrayer. Naruto run? Yes. So you know when you run with like both your hands behind your back, like you're running super fast? Oh, sorry, I was touching a sensor. Yeah, I just, sometimes run fast. I stopped Naruto running after I slipped into a puddle in middle school. If only. If only Cringe could stop me at that level. If only Cringe could stop me at that level. I don't really have anywhere at work to Naruto run unless I'm doing laps around the building and I'm not doing that. That's fair. Okay, anyways, what we also need to do is we need to take the RPM and we also need to take calorie expenditure. So what we are going to do is I am going to come up with random, how many calories you burn while riding bike an hour by RPM. Okay. Hold on. I need a brief second, guys. I have to step away for a second. I'll be right back. Just, guys. Give me a second. Give me a second, okay? I'll be right back. Okay? Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, Dancy party. But yes, um, oh, the stream died? Wait, is the stream dead? Wait, are there issues with the stream? No? Okay. Dancy. Okay, wait, no, it fixed. Okay. Was worried there for a second. Okay, so what we need to do is we also need to be keeping track of our resistance values. So resistance level, it's going to be default at 1. Or actually, we'll just default it to 5. How many bits am I missing? Darn, how many bits am I missing? What? I don't get it. Dude, I just like Dancy. I just really like... Okay, look at the emote, Runic. Runic, just take a look. Look at the Dancy emote. Look at how happy they are. Look at those. Look at those guys. Look at those little guys. They're happy. Oh, it's a 7 TV emote. Dancy reminds me of. Wish I could be that happy. Yeah, same. No, I am happy. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to set our resistance level. Honestly, I probably won't do too much here. So what we are going to do is... resistance level equals resistance level plus 1. Increased the resistance. Okay, and then decreased the resistance. Okay. What is that face, Shackman? I don't like that face. It's so taco, of course it is. Okay. Anyways, so we want to decrease the resistance, and then we want to increase it, and then... if resistance level is more than, or is less than 1, we make the resistance level 1. Resistance level 1. Okay, so it will be on minimum, so you can't go below minimum. And then we'll do the same thing with max. Okay, so that should stop all of our issues. Keyword should. Well, 1 second. Dancy in the microwave. Please don't put the Dancy in the microwave. He's a good guy. Okay. Oh, thank you for the hydration check. I will in just a second. Okay. So now what we need to do is a calorie calculation, which is going to be a modifier. It's going to be a modifier of essentially however many calories you're burning. So we could make it as accurate as possible. What's the Great Reset? If you click the Great Reset, it will tell you what the Great Reset is. all VIPs go away except for the redeemer who gets VIP. I think if you can you not hover away or over it? That is diabolical. Is it? I don't think it's too diabolical. Just a little. And also, you guys have the Sword of Damocles hanging over you. You guys are able to keep it at all times. No one could ever redeem it for the history of this channel. Anyways, if irc message dot text dot index of what calorie. Okay. If calorie is less than 1, then we do this, then we do the Alex is getting pretty close in terms of points. Yeah, I don't think Alex is going to press it. Send Twitch message. Oh, hey, Unlord. How's it going, dude? So we're going to send the Twitch message. Welcome in, welcome in. What emote is that from? Jofa. Jofa. It's going, how about you? Life is going. Unlord. I know you're first time chatter, but forced to say a positive self-affirmation. Here's the forced positive affirmation. I'm a pretty okay chess player. I beat a chess hustler in New York. Okay. Anyways. Calorie equals, we're gonna have to do this times. Pretty good. I would say that's a pretty good self-affirmation. Exactly! You gotta have some self-affirmations. Okay, we're gonna have to do some math. As much as I hate it. Float. Calories burned, question mark, equals 0. Here. Okay. So, what we are going to do is we are going to approximate the calories that we're burning per minute. Do we do per minute? Or per hour? I think calories per hour makes more sense. Okay, so calories burned equals our RPM. So is equal to our RPM calculator. Gonna have to do that. Is equal to RPM calculator times. Okay, so we have the RPM calculator times our resistivity value divided by our total modifier. So we will do resistance level divided by number. Okay, so that gives us our RPM. This gives us our modification number. So at 3, you'll get a certain value. Resistance level by the RPM calculator. So this is going to be 60. This is going to be a modifier of up to 3.3. That would equal like 180 per several hundred calories. And then, honestly, per hour, that might actually be pretty accurate. Because if we're going 60 RPM times resistance level, let's just say 60 calories per hour. No, I don't think that's correct. I think we need to add like 0.5 here. Okay, thank you for the head pats, Jalopy. Ba ba ba. Okay, so what we are going to do here is we are going to do calories burn. Oh, thank you so much, Imperfect, for subscribing. What the heck? Thank you so much. I hope you have a good time for however long you are here. Nodders, nodders, nodders. 4 month of fork fun. Hopefully the new model will have a fork redeem. Oh, dude, I'm not sure if the new model will have a fork redeem. That's that's pretty ambitious, dude. Okay, so we have our send Twitch message. We send the calories burn, and then I would like to also just put the plus sign here, and then this, and then we say, what are we going to put here? Calories burned per hour approximately is... Okay, let's go ahead and see if this works. Okay, so we did get a compilation error, which is not a huge surprise. Okay. I'm just going to do the simpler thing, which is this, this, this. This, this, and then this. And that should work. Dude, I love doing black magic coding. That's my third favorite hobby. What if it did just actually compile, even though I didn't... Okay. The fun must continue. I suppose so. Okay. So, now whenever someone says calorie, it will also keep track of how many calories per hour we're approximately using whenever we are moving. So let's go ahead and see how this guy works out. So window capture looks good. Oh, it's not currently active. It's still uploading the code. Code that compiles on the first go is nice, but I don't trust it. See, you just have to trust everything. What could possibly go wrong? Turbo mode. There's no turbo mode. Okay. So if we go at like 1 RPM approximately, so we're going at like 1 RPM. Could we please get another set of calorie? Okay. Okay, so it's starting pretty low from the looks of it. Faster? Okay, let's say we go faster. Let's go faster. Okay, let's say we're going faster. Now what is the calorie burn? What's the calorie burn, guys? Okay, happy, 385. And then, if we decrease the resistance, and then we ask what the burn is, it will decrease it. And then, if we increase the resistance, it should go ahead and keep our values higher. So, like, let's go super fast. Like, obviously, this isn't keep-upable, but yeah. I do think we have to scale this slightly. It seems a bit too high. So give me a moment. Let's do some approximate scaling. I think that should be right. Oh, it's unplugged at the moment. Give it a second. So again, the RPM is pretty accurate. We want the calories to be slightly more accurate, and that's going to be varied based on our resistance of our line and other things. What machine will you install your device on? Oh, we have an exercise bike that we will be installing it on. And then we'll be probably externally powering this with just batteries, I imagine. I foresee an issue. Oh, I foresee many issues. It's okay. We will fix the issues as we get to them. Okay, any second now. Code should be uploading. Should be uploaded just about now. And then if we just like, again, we're just like going around. Could someone please do RPM? Or what RPM? 80, that seems about right. And then let's also see what calorie. Okay, and then let's say we speed up. So if we sped up. Okay. So if we speed up, and then we increase our resistance on the bike. We increase the resistance on the bike, so we're having to pedal harder too. The calories increase. Okay, I think this is actually pretty accurate to what the bike should be. Yeah, this feels about right. Okay, cool. So, let's go ahead and disconnect this guy. What is next? We need a whole other sensor for something. So I wanted to get 2 test sensors working. So for that, we are going to need a second. Actually, I'll solder a fresh one because I want to solder a little today. I'm going to solder a fresh MPU. Did you add music? I feel like you haven't heard, or I haven't heard these before. Oh no, I've just been, yes, kind of. Yes and no. 1 second. Okay, so the other thing that we are going to make today, so we are making multiple things today. So we are at the point where we'd be able to test normally. So this is the point where we'd normally test, right? However, comma, I want to make a second device for us to use, and we need to get in a good striking position to be able to finish that on Friday. So what we are going to make... Oh, 1 second. What we are going to make is a squat form analyzer. So essentially, whenever you're doing squats, you want to make sure that you're generally aligned in like the correct direction, right? So you don't want to be like leaning over too much, right? So what we want to do is be able to track that motion down and up. So we want to be able to track that motion down and up, and that should be good. So that's what we are looking for right now. Or what we will be making. Additionally, there may be some other mechanisms at play. But right now, to start with, the main sensor that we're going to need is an MPU. So let's go ahead and get that ready. Straight back and knee past 90-degree angle, yeah. So I'm essentially going to put it on my lower back brink. So the idea is to have it roughly on my lower back, because I think that should be about right. Hold on. 1 second. Let me do a bad squat. Yeah, that would be a bad squat. That'd be a bad squat. That'd be a good squat. Okay, yeah. That should be fine. So it will probably be on my lower back. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the soldering iron. Let's go ahead and get this guy zoomed in just a whittle. Hop. Okay. I'm gonna get this guy soldered. I think upper back would be better for tracking non-Z acceleration, no? Maybe. I think you could use either. We can probably play around with it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this guy soldered, though. So it's coming up to temp. Only one way to find out. Oh, yeah. So I thought it would be funny for you guys to have an enforcement method. Oh, hold on. It overshot the temp for some reason. Oh, also need to turn this guy on. Just use FBT trackers. What about thigh and use angle? FBT trackers are expensive and I only have a handful of those. Apologies, 1 second. Okay. Small slimes are cheap. Just because they're cheap does not mean I have time to implement them in Check's Watch 2 days. I am quick. I am not that quick when it comes to development. I feel like when it comes to development, though, we are very quick. We're just not like... I wonder if there's anyone who rapid prototypes faster. I guess Slab rapid prototypes faster than we do. But does anyone else? Maybe Jake or Jane, depending on the project. Or Sparks. Okay, there we go. The guy is soldered. And then what we also will need... I'm sure there are people off camera who do it faster. Well, yeah, but off camera I can also do it faster than this. I feel like off camera I can do this like probably 3 times faster than I'm currently doing it. If that makes sense. I'm pretty quick, but I do off-camera stuff too. Okay. Anyways, so this guy's soldered. Now that it's soldered, what we are going to do is... we are going to need this plus... Okay, guys. You get... Oh, wait, no. No. The easiest thing to do is go with... we're gonna have to bring back a friend of the channel. We're gonna have to bring back a friend of the channel. A friend from not too long ago. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Oh, hey, I'm using one of those. I am using an amateur rocket payload. Nice. Okay. So, to make sure that we're keeping proper squat form, you know, I have an idea, chat. We can do good old positive reinforcement. Right, guys? Also, I need to shift this wire. Give me a second. Shocks and squats sounds risky. That's okay. I mean, voltage can be positive. See, she secretly likes it for sure. No, I most certainly do not. Okay. What's this board do? I'm glad you asked. So this is a tens unit. So this boil right here is a tens unit. So essentially, whenever we turn the knobs here, you're supposed to be able to control the level of electrical stimulation that your muscles are getting between 2 different pad points. But what we have done is we have stripped down the board, bypassed it, and what we will be doing instead is just only turning it on and using it as a punishment system. It's not dangerous in any way, but that's okay. You know, we round up here. Yeah, I need to solder a male end to this. Hold on, need to solder a male end to this guy. Give me 30 seconds to 3 minutes. Did you end up making the broken one work? No, I'd like to repair it when we have the time. This may be the broken one, but I want to figure out the issue. I think this one is the broken one, actually. Yeah. Okay. So I just need a small amount of wire so I can attach it. I think it's actually the voltage source that was causing us issues, actually slightly longer than that. Okay, let's get this guy stripped, and then the other end stripped. And we should be in a good striking range. And again, if you guys are just tuning in, what we are currently working on right now is we just kind of finished our calorimeter, and we are working on a secondary sensor that is going to track our squat form to make sure that we are exercising correctly. Because exercise is important. Right, guys? Thank you. Thank you, Crow. At least I can trust you. Especially when it hurts. Yeah, especially when it hurts. Okay. My knees hurt when I sneeze. That's okay. My knees are also gonna hurt whenever I do a squat improperly. Well, technically, I guess my arm's going to hurt, but we'll see. Anyways. Get this wire connected. Not wild about this connection job. I think that will be fine. How many squats can you do? I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that question, to be perfectly honest. Okay. Need to check. 9 volts. Nine volts. 9 volts. This goes here. Let's go ahead and check if this system will even power on with our soldering job. Also need to figure out which one's the broken one. Or if they're not both broken, which is the more likely option. Okay, let's give it a try. I heard it turn on, so we are good. Let's go ahead and try the other one. Okay, both of these are still in good shape. So, black and white. And then we want to turn this guy on. Okay. This guy did not turn on. And what I saw is that this guy is pulling about about 5 times the amperage, which is slightly suboptimal. On the first board, is yellow positive or ground? Yellow is positive. Black is ground. On this board, they are technically on different connectors. Hold on, let's take a look. So they're technically on different connectors right now. So you'll see that these are running parallel, and that these are running, like, by themselves. So they're also parallel, but they're orthogonal to each other. So what I was thinking of doing was shifting this pad over. Maybe. Honestly, I don't know what the issue is, to be perfectly blunt. Because if anything, this solder job looks better. But I'm going to go ahead and move this guy, this white one, off onto this pad right here. And see if I can get that working. So give me a second. I'm lazy. I shouldn't be so lazy, though, that I'll clipper it all off, I guess. Should be fine. I could clean that up later, but that's fine. I'm going to solder a wire onto this guy. Onto our top pin here. To see if we're able to get a proper line. And I need a male-to-male for that. Which is just a big old wire. DuPont, it's going to be positive, so yellow's fine. Great. It's the same relative idea here. We are just going to take this guy out, swoop, and strip it out, and then solder it on. Doesn't need to be perfect, but we do need it working. If not, we will have to proceed with repair some other way. Honestly, this isn't even repairing, this is just trying a different pad. I wouldn't call that repair personally, but still. Okay, so I'm going to essentially apply a little solder there and get it attached, hopefully. It's going to be slightly difficult. You guys may not get the best shot. Due to the fact that I'm going to have to hold this awkwardly. Okay, I'm gonna cut this guy, and I'm going to attempt to do something I used to do to see how that would work. So what I'm going to do, Sparks is probably gonna cringe, but it is what it is. I'm going to wrap a very small amount of solder around this guy. Oh, a wire. That way, I won't have to hold the wire while I'm trying to get it connected. Though that is far more than needed. If it works, it works. That's true. Gonna cut this guy. I want to go to school and finish a project so bad. I got some repairs to do on projects. That's okay. There's always more time. Except for the times there's not. Anyways. So if I solder this here and here, we should... not burn the cap. Should get a joint like that. Not the cleanest job though, so I'm gonna have to... in there. Okay, that's probably a cold joint. Gonna apply a bit more heat on it. And just make sure we get it in a good position. Okay, I think that should be good. Or rather, that's about as good as we'll be able to get it. So let's go ahead and do some measurements on it and see what happens. It will work. Was that a bad approach? Sparks, what approach would have you done? What would have the professional done? What would the work of a master do? Alright, let's go ahead and check if this guy is going to turn on with too much issue. Nope. It is still shorted. How interesting. Okay, so the power is still going super high whenever we try to turn this guy on. So our amperage is going higher than expected. Why? Hold the wire with my pinky and ring finger, solder the wire between them to feed solder while heating the wire. Okay, I understand. Hold on. Gonna see if I can see any damage on the board. I mean, there's plenty, but I don't see anything that would cause an issue, though. Do you think that caps a DNI? I hope that caps a DNI. I hope there are several DNIs on this. Yeah, because there's... This is missing. That guy's missing. But I'm sure it's a DNI. Hold on. We can check real quick. So DNI means do not include. So you'll see those little, like, missing things on different revisions. Yeah, this one's working. Okay, so this is working. This is working. This solder job is working. This solder job is working. Now, what solder job isn't working? This solder job isn't working. Oh, I'm not able to go any further in. Let me disconnect it from the supply. Let's see what we can do. Honestly, I don't think this should cause an issue. The board looks a little cooked, but not enough for the pad to detach. Yeah, it looks like it would work, but it doesn't. It could be this... Could be this little MOSFET guy. And it's a component that is cooked. Ooh, geez. Finding a component that's cooked is difficult. Okay, in order to find a component that is cooked, what would cause the amperage on this guy to suddenly increase? With the amperage suddenly increasing, I increase my amperage. My amperage is increased whenever V equals IR. So my resistance is lowered. So am I missing a resistor in line? Is the first thing that comes to mind. So did we lose a resistor in line is my first question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find what part gets hot. I don't have a heat gun, or I don't have like a thermal. So that's not a... I'm not sure if I can use that. Honestly, it should be whatever's closest to me, right? Or not closest to me, but I just poked this stuff with my finger. Okay. So essentially what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for a disconnected resistor in line that's causing a decrease or an increase in resistance, or anything that would cause an increase on the line. Slightly worried about this guy causing issues. Oh, hold on. We don't want to short any layers. I'm going to try to clean this guy up right here. I don't think this should matter, but let's go ahead and clean that up just a little. Honestly, that shouldn't matter though. I could try replacing the caps. Let's check the bottom, see if anything's missing on the bottom when it comes to the joints. Alright. That looks fine, that looks fine. That looks fine, that looks fine. That guy looks fine, those guys look fine. It would be something nearest our modifications that would potentially go wrong. Typically when a cap dies, they die spectacularly. Maybe a resistor is shorted but not to ground. That's a logical assumption. Make sure that these guys are off the ground as much as possible. Let's go ahead and double check that we're still seeing the same amperage. So the issue is I'm seeing an amperage of 5 times what I'm expecting. The voltage is correct. Whenever the device is off, we are getting 9 volts at 0 amps, which is what we want. Whenever I try to toggle this guy on, we're getting 0.8 amps. Does your power supply regulate current as well? No, it does not. Or, I think, actually, I might be able to. No, it can do one or the other. I can't set limits. That would work, potentially. Okay. So, it looks... I mean, honestly, it's the same issue regardless, right? I'm just trying to do a visual inspection. Give me a moment. So I'm essentially trying to look for any differences between the two. If you guys see any, let me know. I'm paying the most attention to resistors and components that are near to where we were doing our soldering work, so near the corners. See, this bleeds slightly. I guess I could get some solder work, try to get that up a bit. I don't see any issues, to be perfectly honest. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like we will just continue on with the good one and then move on from there. Okay. So, something that we ran into, an issue that we ran into, I'm going to turn off the soldering gun. Something that we ran into, or a problem that we ran into, rather, was that, we weren't, even when we applied the voltage, to our 2 points, turning this guy on. So, real quick, I need to make... Okay, I need a better connector. Give me a second. I'd have to sit down with both of those multimeter, but that's an 8-hour shift to find the issue. Yeah, it's just not worth the labor, right? Generally, if something doesn't, like, strike out at you, it's kind of difficult to find that type of stuff. Anyways, I'm going to solder a red wire to this real quick. I don't know why, but my connector got bad. So, if I recall correctly, I think we ran into an issue where even with our air quotes good one, we still had issues with feeding it a supply directly from the battery. This was unexpected, as we had fed it before. And at this point, I'm kind of wondering if how ESD damaged these guys are, because like we aren't following proper ESD safety or protocol, so it's very likely that we're causing damage to the boards over time. But honestly, commercial boards and what we're working with they honestly shouldn't be that susceptible to it. But what do I know? I'm not a board designer. Let's go ahead and get this guy. Oh, I'm gonna have to solder this. Up. Let us not poke ourselves. Please, no pokerino me. Only about 2 parts on that board look like ESC could cook them, only on the low voltage side. Okay. Just need you connected. My gosh. I don't know why connecting this is such an issue for me, but it is. Oh, thank you, Sparky, for the hydrate. I'll hydrate in just a minute. As soon as I get the solder set up for this, I will hydrate. I'm just kind of in the zone, you know? So give me just a sec. Alright. Okay, that should be a good joint. Let's go ahead and check with our voltage that we're all good. Okay. This is connected. I need to tape that over a little bit, but besides that, we're good. Just need some electrical tape. Wherever our gosh darn electrical tape is. Okay. Oh! Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid, Arise. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Ariana Aura. I'm a VTuber hybrid human dolphin inventor. Currently, we are trying to work on a bicycle calorimeter. What were you guys up to? If you don't mind me asking. Hopefully all is going swell. Or swimmingly well. But right now we are just doing some soldering and trying to get something. New obsession Wednesday, it was deadlock. Okay, nice. Nice. Well, welcome in, Raiders. We are currently working on some electronics right now. We are trying to hack into our TENS unit, for lack of a better word. We're running into some issues with our power distribution that we'll hopefully figure out shortly. Okay. Let's get this here. Let's get this guy here. That guy here. Make sure this is on. Then get this in. See if we can make a few sparks. It turned on. Okay, so in order to power this guy remotely, what we need is a relay. So I'm going to set up a relay real quick. A relay is just a fancy way of turning something on and off. Like, I gotta make food and do real work. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Best of luck with the real work, not the making food part. Food part, nice. But, yeah. make sure to take care of yourself. I hope you have a good afternoon, evening, or night wherever you are, Miss Arise the Witch. Arise. Okay. Okay. We need a device. Give second. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this guy powered up or sourced. It should be pretty simple if the only thing that we're controlling is an MPU plus this relay, I hope. I need some screwdrivers though to get this guy secured. Alright, get this secured over here. This guy we don't want plugged in right now, and then we need to plug in our supply for our microcontroller. We have a spare microcontroller, not this one. This is our bicycle boy, so we do not want to be touching this guy. So I'm just going to put this off to the side. We're going to grab a different microcontroller. Oop. Okay, we got our different microcontroller. So what we are going to do with this guy is connect it up and hopefully get it rigged. And we also need to get it connected to our MPU. If we can get it to there, I'd be pretty happy with striking distance for next stream. So those are the goals right now, so let's go ahead and fire through them. I'm going to need 2 sets of wires. I'm going to need a male as a female. Hiya. And hiya. And we are going to have to power this device. This device runs on 3 volts. Technically, it's supposed to run on 5 volts, but it can run on 3 volts. It up. Excellente, then get this guy plugged in. And again, we want to keep this device, like, what's the word? Not sophisticated as possible. But I thought I'd pop in for a minute. Why do I see a shock device? Okay, so this is the secondary device. So again, we'll be testing this live on stream on Friday. Reptile. I wanted to make a squat form analyzer. So essentially what we are trying to do here is we are trying to make a squat analyzer. So it's going to analyze the form at which we are, making sure we're staying at a 90 degree angle. We're staying upright instead of bending over whenever we're trying to do squats. And then it's going to rectify us whenever we aren't. I wish I can run on 3 volts instead of just 5. That's valid. Squat analyzer for 3D debut. Of course, such things have been... Dude, what a time to be alive, by the way. What a time to be alive where we can just, look back and say, hey, we're doing a squat analyzer for our 3D model debut, along with a bicycle, and obviously this requires a shock device. Obviously. If it didn't have a shock device, what fun would it be? Now, realistically, it doesn't have to have a shock device, but, of course it doesn't have to, but, we live in a reality. We are engineers in a reality. I don't understand this timeline either, but I vibe. Yeah, dude, this is the timeline where you get to watch VTubers make whatever you want. Also, that's something I picked up in the conference, last week. Something that I definitely picked up and that I really liked is the idea that anyone can make anything. And I feel like this channel, there may not be a better, there may not be a better instance of it, because here we really don't know what we're doing, but we will make it happen eventually. You know? Also, I need to tighten this guy up. Give me a second. As long as you're willing to increase scope and complexity, anything is possible. It is just not probable. Just like the probability of me getting a boyfriend or girlfriend. Remember your lore video, one of the inventions fixed the timeline or something? Yes, exactly. That's a dangerous thing to say next time you're making a hot dog powered car or something. I mean, I could make it. Isn't that terrible? I could make a hot dog powered car though. Like, realistically, if you gave me like I'm trying to think of how I'd do it. I think I could. I think I most certainly could make a hot dog powered car. Anyways, I'm going now. Have fun shocking yourself. I won't have fun shocking myself because I won't be doing that today. Have you ever hurt yourself making something? I mean, hurt in what way? Like, I have accidentally, burned myself, cut myself, given myself bruises, but, like, nothing, like, actually bad, no. So I would say no. The answer to that is, like, a little, but, like, no more than working with tools, you know? Alright, so we got this connected, and then this guy needs to be on a shared ground, which needs a female-to-female cable. Female-to-female. Sorry, missing a hand so hard to use my mouth. Would likely need to heat the hot dog's residual heat engine to burn the fats to make the small engine. Yeah, that's the point. And never intentionally. Oh yeah, never intentionally, obviously. That'd be cringe. Obviously, I would never actually hurt myself. That's cringe. Mouth is just a third hand chomp. Exactly. Okay, get this guy powered on the grounded. Oh great, I'm stuck in the... Bye, I'm leaving, but can't see myself to leave again. Oh, that's okay. You can just stay around forever, or for 3 minutes. How about you give yourself 3 minutes? Diagnosis, 3 minutes. Really need a female-to-female wire. Need a female-to-female wire. Okay, here. And... ground. Need a ground. That ground doesn't work well, so I'm going to use a different ground. Clock data, and then we need to set up our lines for this guy as well. You can check out anytime. Oh, and then if we apply this power right now, what should happen? Honestly, hold on. I can make it turn on. If we swap the headers, it should turn it on now. When we apply power. Keyword should. That's weird. Do you have a 3D printer? Yes, I have a 3D printer. I have a P1S. Alright, so this guy needs to be commanded to turn on, so give me a second. Let's go ahead and get that set. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to set GPIO 5. High. Okay. Easy. So open, example code, GPIO, input output. Team bricked. So if I connect it to D5, the tester code should work. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to connect the wire to D5, then upload our tester code, see what happens. Just give me just a sec. So what should happen if it runs ideally is that our code should just turn this guy on for 3 seconds and then off for 3 seconds. That is the nominal behavior, the nominal expected behavior. And I'll be happy if we can get approximately there, maybe a little further. We might play around just a little, you know? Just a little. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time here, you know? Nominal? Exactly. Dude, I need some snacks. I could really go for a smoothie. I should get a smoothie. Where can one buy a smoothie? At Point Nemo. Okay, so let's turn off the music so you guys are able to hear. So you guys should hear the internal switching of it. And it is working correctly, which is good. This is good. So what we want next... Oh. Sorry, lost you there for a second. So what we want next is... We want to set up our MPU. I'm going to need some male to female cables for that. And actually, no, female to female. We just need bunches of female to female. Gosh, I sure hope I have some. I'm actually might be low on those. Ah, one sec. Great success. Alright, give me a sec. About that. You know the thing where you buy food from a different place? I did that today and feel fat. Oh, that's real. That's real and based. Okay. Going to take 4 wires. Mostly any 4 wires. Just need 4 wires, dude. Come on. Okay. 4 wires. And then over here, we are going to apply ground and VCC. So we're applying to the top 4, and then we are applying to our clock line and our data line. Clock line, data line, then we'll be good. So yellow is our clock, and orange is our data line. And those will connect to their corresponding ones on the microcontroller, which is the clock is the 2nd pin on the top right, and the data line is the 3rd. So clock is 2nd, data is 3rd. So clock is 2, data 3rd. Get this guy connected and connected. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make a very quick modification to this guy. So we're going to make a quick modification to our code. Let me see if I can open it and show you guys. Hold on, I need to open a new window. Open recent, open example code, and then what do we need? We need our MPU code. So, let us weave silk, as the kids say. That's what the kids say, right? Weave silk. Right? Right. Okay, cool. So, I'm going to copy and paste in the MPU code, and then we are going to do a slight modification of the MPU code. So what we are going to do is we are going to set our pin mode 14 in our setup to an output. So this guy is an output, and then we are going to delay this guy to be 3 seconds. And what we are going to do is we are going to drive this code high and low, delete this out actually because we don't need it, and this should turn it on and off, and also on our serial monitor should display our acceleration data. So if all of that works, our individual subsystems are working on our integration, and we are in a good place for tomorrow. So let's give this a try. So I'm going to plug this guy in. Apologies, 1 second. Oh, sorry, Friday, not tomorrow. Said like that it sounded like you were working on something sci-fi? What do you mean by that? Alright. Let's go and upload this code. It should work. Tools. We want a serial monitor and then our serial output, and we should still hear the clock. So let's go ahead and turn off the music for a second. Hello. It's just you, me, and the void. While we're waiting on the code to update. How about that local sports team? Beep tappy, beep boop. Beep beep, beep boop. Boop beep. Anyways, code should almost be uploaded, so give it a second. Okay, so code is uploaded. Let's go ahead and check the serial monitor. After cycling it. Failed to find an MPU chip. Okay. So we did get a slightly unexpected outcome. I can't say I expected this. How's the progress going? It's going okay, Beep Tappy. Thank you for asking. It would be going better if I knew how to connect a board. There we go. All right, so let's check our serial monitor. And now this guy should give one measurement every time the beep happens. So you guys should hear the beep and then the measurement. So that is turning on the device. Let me take off my headset. So the system is functional. That is good. We are good. We are in a good striking position. Okay. So given that, I think we are at a good stopping point for now. We will be continuing this on Friday. Wait, your mic is a headset mic? Yes. Is something wrong with that, Sparky? By the way, I haven't forgotten to hydrate. I'm so sorry. But yes, so what we are going to do is we are going to find someone to raid. So who would you guys like to raid today? No, it just sounds really good. Thank you. It's a nice headset, trust. I would definitely suggest it if you're looking for a wired headset. I do also have a boom mic, but I never use it. So who are you guys wanting to raid today? Let's see. Of people I follow, Teppy's live, Bulb's live, Tiamato's live, Giga's live, Vex is live. Scratch 389. We could do a car crash on Doug. No, let's not do a car crash on Doug. I feel like we car crashed Doug a little while ago. Okay. As soon as you guys agree on a person, though. So someone just say a second one again, and then we'll rate that person. Scratch. Okay, Scratch 389. We shall raid Scratch 389. Okay, and what is our raid message going to be? Oh. Whatever we need our raid message to be. Apologies. Doing crimes? We're not doing crimes. Okay, we'll do that. Why noi?
So that's the raid message. Please give it a try one way or the other. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I really do appreciate it. Scratchy 389. Okay, cool. So yeah, be there, be square on Friday. I'm looking forward to it a lot. I will be in the Discord briefly after stream if you guys want to hang. So yeah, have a very good afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you guys are. And yeah, you guys are more than halfway through the week. You got this. Okay, you guys got this. Nodders, nodders, nodders. Okay, cool. Yeet.